going to be necessary. Colorado has to find a way to score at least twice, and they've managed just one shot on goal in 22 minutes.
The conversation continues after that last scrum. And Sutherland is now in a discussion with the Golden Knights bench. He'd already had one with the Avalanche bench as well.
Avs get into the zone. Can they get the puck and get a shot on net? Theodore moved it from Marner. McKinnon in behind the goal line with help from Natchez, but it comes loose to Shea Theodore. Headman's up to Carlson. Howden in on the forecheck on Makar. Bouncing puck swept along by McKinnon. Natchez to Taves and out. Down to 11:45 to go, and a quick change for Vegas.
Oh, frustration now is becoming more and more evident. I'm not going to talk about it a lot, but you can start to see it now when they come back to the bench, Sean. It's player after player coming back, and they can see this clock starting to drain on them.
And they're not used to prolonged struggles to score. And that's been the case throughout this series. Icing is the call against the Golden Knights.
Inspired by the greatest trophy in sports, designed for the ultimate hockey fan, built for cup chasers. Enter daily for your chance to win one of 16 exclusive pairs. Sweepstakes closes June 21st. Sign up today at NHL.com/cupchasers. No purchase necessary. Rules apply.
Nelson and Eichel, clean win by Brock Nelson. Burns, and a sprawling deflection by Barbashev.
John Tortorella often says that blocking shots is not a question. It is something that has to be done. And there's Barbashev, 2 goals in game 2, leads their team in hits, and a chance for Burns. I mean, he's dead center and he can shoot the puck, and Barbashev lays out to block the shot.
Nelson again on the face-off, this time with Sisson. Nelson's won 7 out of 14 tonight. Sisson's won that one. Just 3 out of 7 at the face-off dot for Sisson's tonight. Strength battle. Burns a couple of whacks at Eichel. That draws some boos from the crowd. Barbashev. Dorofeev tried to turn and fire. Malinsky was in the way. Eichel fed Hannah Finn off Blackwood to the near wall. Under 11 minutes to go. Poked along by Malinsky. Sent back in by Anderson to Eichel. He couldn't get away from Burns. And now it's Brock Nelson, the 34-year-old from War Road, Minnesota. Malinsky waits for the completion of a line change. Touched in by O'Connor. This is the 3rd line now for Colorado. Into the zone, Hurdle and Manson tie each other up. Kulak. It's Sissons aggressively on the forecheck. The puck to Stone. Back for Korzak. Pursued by Waugh. Stone. High cycle Korzak. Wrister Coughlin off the back wall. Midway through the 3rd period. Still 1-0 Vegas. Waugh went stumbling down. Almost took Kelly Sutherland with him. Stone has it back. Coughlin steps into one. Blocker down with ease by Blackwood, who's been magnificent tonight for Colorado.
You can see where Colorado is just why they don't have any shots this period. I mean, they can't cleanly exit their zone. This is a Vegas buzzsaw.
They can't even get a shot on goal or a shot attempt. This is a classic case of great defense controlling great offense. And controlling is not a strong enough word. Dominating would be the case at the moment.
25
moved it up.
1 shot for Colorado. It was the Makar chance.
After Zippo at the end of the 2nd period. Landeskog sends a 58-degree wedge into the corner. And it's lobbed back out by Theodore. Smacked back in the late offside here against Colorado. 8:50 to go. 1-0 Vegas. Stone the goal in the first period. Trouble with the puck for Hanifin. Played in deeper by Dowd, and it's Smith in on the forecheck. Moved up the wall, Kiviranta. Parker Kelly jams the brakes on. Hanifin's right there. Taves the trailer. Kolasar got a stick on it. Taves put it on net, and it was off the body of Hart into the corner. Just his 16th shot that he's faced from the Avs. Taves the defenseman in behind the goal line. Kelly sidesteps Anderson, but it comes free to Dowd. Double team, so sent it to the other side. And played out by Kolasar. Deflected out of the rink. 7:59 to go. Time running out on the Avalanche. Tough to look at the... And Colorado has 2 shots on goal in the last 26.5 minutes. Trailing that entire span. Kadri and Anderson to the back wall. Teammates earlier this year in Calgary. It comes to Kadri. And now Burns. Burns is on with Makar. That's off Hart to the back wall. Hart flopping around a bit at the post. But it was played out by Barbashev. Dorofeev the takeaway from Makar, who knocked down Dorofeev. 7:15 to go. Kadri tried to go rink wide. Howden deflected it. Eichel has it. If in doubt, send it in deeper. And don't stay on too long. It got turned over to Howden. Tried to feed it back to the point to McNabb that went off the skate of Landeskog. Top line back out there for Jared Bednar. 6:50 to go. Taves for Natchez. Natchez again on with McKinnon and Landeskog. Touched ahead by Theodore. 3-on-2 Vegas across the line, but that line was out of gas. And Carlson content just to play it in and get off. 6.5 to go. Hart out of the net to play. Made 39 straight saves now. Back to the first period yesterday, or excuse me, 2 days ago in Game 3, when Colorado scored on 3 of its first 12 shots and then did not score the rest of that game, and they haven't scored tonight either. Sissons pinned against the wall by Kulak. Stone got it to Hurdle. One-on-one if he wants to go to work on Manson. Tried to make a move between his legs. Line change being completed. Gord Dwyer in the way. Here's Dowd. Body slam. Manson and Kolasar. Coughlin down low. They score! Tipped in by Cole Smith. 2-0 Vegas.
Biggest goal that Cole Smith has ever scored. Dylan Coughlin threads this through. Smith has gotten to the front of the net in front of Nick Waugh. His deflection goes through the legs of Mackenzie Blackwood. Blackwood's playing that puck to go to his left. There's the deflection through the wickets. The 4th line for Vegas has given the Golden Knights a 2-0 lead. An enormous tally for them in this 3rd period. Now they can check their way with a little bit of a cushion.
First point of the series for Smith. So fitting. It would be the 4th line that does it. A total team effort for Vegas. Now every Golden Knight in this series but Hanifin has a point. And Hanifin's been outstanding, particularly at the defensive end. Cole Smith, 30 years old, from Brainerd, Minnesota. One of those trade deadline acquisitions. It didn't seem like a big deal, but it is. Vegas leads the playoffs in hits. He's been a big part of that. Necas off the skate of McNabb. Under 5 minutes to go. How early would Bednar pull the goalie if they remain down by 2?
I don't think we're much more than a minute and a half away from that. Like 3.5 minutes.
Smith from Coghlan and Dowd. Another point for Dylan Coghlan.
All coming up aces for Vegas.
Bouncing puck went past Necas. Kadri got it back to the point. Shot right on by Malinsky. And Hart continues to stop everything. 4:20 to go. Hanifin kills a little time and sends it in softly. Top 3 players in hits in the play. Here's a chance for Kolesar. Are Barbashev, Kolesar, and Smith. And it was the physicality of Kolesar and Smith that led to that goal. Here's Malinsky. Off the shoulder of Hart and into the corner. Under 4 minutes to go. 2-0 Vegas. 42 straight saves for Carter Hart. It was his return in late March that ignited this surge by the VGK. Theodore around. Kolesar for Dowd. Barbashev content to just tap it in and go in on the forecheck. Taves for Manson. Rink wide for Drury. He dumps it in. Down by 2 with nearly 3 minutes to go. It's fourth liners O'Connor, Kelly, and Drury on for the high-scoring Avalanche, who've not been high-scoring in this series.
Here come the big boys now as soon as they get the puck, and that'll be it for Blackwood. He'll follow them.
Hanifin fed Dorofeev. The fans chanting, "We want the cup." They're looking at the cup final for the 3rd time in 9 seasons. They've been spoiled here. Terrific ownership and management. 4 outstanding coaches in their history. The latest, John Tortorella. Burns snaps it in. Blackwood still in the net with 2.5 to go.
Yeah, I would have him out of here at this point.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's still there, down by 2. McKinnon for McCarr. Blackwood's heading to the net, to the bench, out of the net. McCarr trying to force it to the net front. At the line, Kadri for Necas. Desperation time. They score. Tipped in out in front. Gabriel Landeskog the goal, and there is life on the Colorado bench.
Man, Landeskog is a story, isn't he? Almost 3 years away from the game. He's got 6 goals in these playoffs. He's the spine and the backbone of this team. Necas' wrister is tipped. It bounces once and up over the shoulder of Carter Hart. Look at Landeskog. He's into the middle of the ice. We talked at the start of the period. Until Colorado gets into the middle, the guts of the ice, they're not going to score. Landeskog gets there. He's got the deflection. It's in the net. There's still 2 minutes left here. This is it. It's at center ice, but this is a big draw for Carlson and Nelson.
Won by Nelson. They'll try to get Blackwood back out quickly. 6th of the playoffs for Landeskog. He has 3 of their 7 goals in this series from Necas and Kadri. The net is empty again. 1:45 to go. Theodore lofts it out. McCarr back to play it. On with Necas. Landeskog's just come back on. Here's a centering pass. Necas missed the net. Nelson. Necas back of the line. McCarr. 1:25 to go. Necas pressured by Eichel. McKinnon's shot turned aside. Hanifin up the wall. Eichel trying to get it out. Howden has it out. The net is empty. He misses it with a backhand.
Oh,
and it's an icing call.
Sean, he was a 1.5 or 2 feet from no icing, but Howden shot the puck. It becomes the icing. Colorado gets a timeout, and now they can get organized. Look where Howden is. If he's a foot farther, his follow-through will take him to the red line, but he felt he had to get rid of it before he got pinched out. The Avs call timeout. Bednar has already got his board out, and he's drawing the face-off. It's over in this corner. Colorado gets to decide, and so Nelson will be taking the draw on this left side of the ice. So obvious shooters, right? You've got Natchez, McKinnon, and Makar. Certainly Landeskog will get himself to the front of the net.
Sports Center coming up next with Nicole Briscoe and Michael Eaves. Reaction to Game 5, Thunder and Spurs. Kendrick Perkins talks about the Knicks' chances in the finals, and PK Subban has his reaction to this game.
Minutes with 2 shots, doesn't matter. They need a way to find one more good one. The face-off is critical. It's Eichel and Nelson, 2 veterans trusted with this draw.
Eichel the win. McNabb scales it around. It'll go the length of the ice. It'll be an icing call again with 59.9 remaining.
So for Vegas, we've just got a little glimpse of what they're looking at. If Eichel wins it, McNabb's going to rim that around the wall. Howden would have to get there. This is interesting, however. And I like this for Colorado. They've moved the face-off to the other side. Eichel's on his weak side. This is a real disadvantage for a right-handed center. So McKinnon and Eichel, but Eichel's got to draw it on his weak side. Advantage Colorado here.
Well, McKinnon's won only 4 out of 12 tonight. Colorado controls the puck. Makar sends it in behind the net. Nelson for McKinnon. Trouble with the puck along the boards. Marner couldn't get it out. Natchez. Makar was banging his stick calling for it. Kadri centers. Natchez off for McKinnon. 40 seconds to go. Vegas leading 2-1. A win, and they're on to the Stanley Cup final. Howden. The net is empty. Marner content to kill the time rather than risk another icing call short of the blue line, and he was out of gas. Stone poked it away from Natchez. 20 seconds to go. One last chance for the Avalanche. Kadri couldn't get it in. Makar at his own line. 10 seconds to go. Landeskog stopped by Stone. Eichel sends it in. 3 seconds to go. Vegas goes back to the Stanley Cup final. They sweep the President's Trophy winning Avalanche in the Western Conference final.